But the first 3 legs of yesterday, you thought, that's the Vincent van der Voort that I know and love. There are signs that his game is there. But as far as Goldfinger's concerned, he doesn't need any motivation right now. He's loving being a dart player. Whereas Vincent
100.
has just got a bit of a grey question mark against him. And the only person who can really answer the big questions are Vincent. And I leave them up to him. But he'll still want to win this game. It'll be very difficult, though, when Gilding is putting that thumb up to the delight of that 180 card flailing squad behind him.
Yeah, back-to-back. Thumbs up from Gilding. Back-to-back limbs. This is much better. Very, very clinical from Gilding. 2 out of 2 on the doubles.
There were so many huge performances. I'm not talking about 105 here. I'm talking about well over 110.
And what the UK Open showed is that he's got that real grit and resilience, because midway through that final against MVG, it looked like it was going to be very, very routine for the Green Machine. But Gilding came back.
And he's taken on MVG's best pal today. So maybe Vincent can exact a little bit of revenge before Michael graces the tournament a little bit later on tonight. And he will take on Mike de Decker of Belgium. Great dart from Andrew. And finds his way back to the outer ring without mistake.
But what he does do is it'll give him 2 darts at tops, unless there's a disaster there, which there isn't.
36.
Not so proficient on tops this time.
83.
Now 83 is in the ballpark where it may only be 1 at bull.
Yeah,
it's going to be much, much better than that.
Look on the bright side, it's not double 12.
Well, every time Gilding has shuffled over, the dart hasn't hit the target.
It's like that song, Every Day I'm Shuffling. It doesn't work for him. Double 5.
15.
That may be the biggest mistake of this match. Oh, and look, Andrew's on double 12 again.
Did he hit that single 8 on purpose? He's staring down the double 12 and finally he hits it, and that's a belter.
Always seems to be feeding on something, Andrew Gilding, whether it's his opponent or something that he chews on during the match just to keep the energy levels at their peak. He's not far from the climax of his Saturday efforts.
Oh, first match darts.
34.
Andrew Gilding doesn't take it. He should be back. That's what the law of averages suggests, but darts doesn't operate on that, usually.
60.
The exit door is calling Vincent's name. Gilding on tops. And a final leg breaker throw means that he will go through to Sunday afternoon. That young lady's going to have some stories to tell school on Monday. Oh, what did you do the weekend? Played with my friends. Saw Dalibor win. Maybe.
Knocked back 12 pints of Gambrinus and watched Dalibor Smolik win the Czech Darts Open.
Presume we've moved on to somebody else now.
Well, I don't know how the Czech schooling system works. Lovely dart, leaves double 18. Good guide, you'd think. Oh, my word. Well, I tell you what, he's doing well at sticking right on the wire and then not being able to find his way in.
He's the world champion of throwing good darts at double and missing at the minute. It's one of the pitfalls of being an elite player and being able to get the darts so close together. Sometimes that actually works against you. Double 9. Great shot from Josh. We're level again.
That's going to mean not just hitting every chance you get, but taking out those enormous combination finishes, because he's likely going to get looks at things like 161 and stuff like that. Let's see. It might be a 161 that he has to take out, and if he doesn't take it out, Rock will likely have a great chance to win the leg. He could, of course, win it now. This time he went for it.
He paid full respect to Dalibor there going for that, because there are lots of people who wouldn't have gone for that. They would have laid up.
I think he should have. The stats say he should have. Michael Van Gerwen says he should have, although he didn't listen to his own advice when he was playing last week.
Still won, though.
Yeah, he did. Double 12. 4-2. And Dalibor Smolik has not had a dart at double since that third leg that he won.
It's one of the reasons why you can actually flip your hand up and over. And when they do that, the tendency is that sometimes your arm will want to twist. And you have to fight that as a dart player.
105.
Well, it's a good leg, this, from Dalibor. But is it good enough? Turns out it is.
53.
He is keeping at this 91 average level throughout the tournament as Dalibor. He'd love to get within one. Just to ask another question of Josh. He has been the second best player in this match. However, he is very much in this game. And let's face it, getting through the home nation qualifier wasn't exactly easy. Played a lot of matches. Played at a decent level. And now that he's got his first win on this stage, I get the feeling he might want more.
Well, I mean, in the last couple of weeks, Dalibor Smolik has pocketed the best part of $4 in ranking money. He's got taste for this now. I think Josh Rock might be about to tell him that the buffet's over, because he is potentially 2 darts away from booking his place in the final day of action once again on the Euro Tour this year.
The dream match in the final session doesn't look like it's going to happen, because it could have been Sedlacek versus Smolik. Looks like Josh Rock versus either Michael Van Gerwen or Mike de Decker.
Double 16. No problem this time around for Josh Rock. A few missed darts at doubles, but his scoring just made it almost impossible for Dalibor Smolik. That bloke looked pretty comfortable.
$87. Maybe you require 124.
He's going for the 14s, so that presumably he's going for the bull. Well, if you didn't want to go for the bull, why'd you go for the 14s? And that did knock him out of his rhythm. You've got to have your plan before you start your visit, really.
Dylan Slevin's not going to take out the 158. It was a creative way to get to that number his last visit. Usually loves double 16. There's evidence of it. Damon Heta with the break of throw. Yeah, this will be annoying for Dylan Slevin if he loses this, because when you break, and break in style as well with a 14 darter, you want to hold. Dylan Slevin has given himself a chance. Fantastic setup.
Ooh, fancy. Double 10.
62.
Well, he went aggressive. I'm not sure whether it was the right shot, but he got 2 darts at double. Doesn't make him count. That's next door. Double 7.
10 score. Diamond required 20.
Well, I'm glad I didn't say it, because as Heta stepped up for the last visit, I was about to say, he'll look at bull. I'm glad I didn't say that. Damon Heta is glad that he gets double 10, and it's an instant break back for the Aussie. Still going good guns in the development tour.
And he's in this game. Damon Heta got better. Dylan Slevin has gone with him.
Dylan required 170.
Oh, yeah. Oh. It's unlucky. He's so low in the treble 20 bet, as that last dart shows. He didn't want to stay where he was and just throw down the same line. He couldn't fit it in there.
Heta looks at double 6. Never the easiest 2-dart checkout combination is 69, but Damon Heta made light work of it. He's back-to-back 14 darters. Drags it low. Might look for the treble 16. He does.
61.
Levin not on a finish.
It does mean that Damon's going to have to find a treble with his first dart to get 2 match darts. Otherwise, it would just be the 1. That looks encouraging.
32.
1 match dart missed.
84.
Straight in the treble. To keep his hopes alive, Dylan Slevin.
60. Damon requires
2 out of 10
37.
on the doubles. Not going to cut the mustard. Damon Heta to get into round 3. Damon Heta sails through to round 3. A 6-2 victory against Dylan Slevin.
Just hook that up to my veins, please. One of the greatest games I've ever witnessed.
Yeah, if you've got a spare 20 minutes, half an hour, go on YouTube, watch it, and then you'll probably need another 20 or 30 minutes to calm down.
Absolutely. One of, if not the best game of 2022.
The main stage's loss was stage 2's gain. This would be a big game for Ryan Searle. Wants the ball.
That would have been one heck of a swoop. But look at what he's needing to do against Steve Beaton today. He's not missing. This is grade A vintage Steve Beaton. Because people want to win in different countries. They want to win in front of different fans.
65.
Yeah, and that's 46 of the 48 players that entered.
We all held our breath for a second to see if Steve could get a shot at double 16.
Yeah, I don't know about you. I think there was an argument maybe to stay there on the treble 20. It was such a good guide. Double 5 for Ryan Searle.
80.
He stayed on the treble 20 and it gave him a shot. But ultimately, Steve coming back for a finish that he's already completed in this match. And doesn't complete it this time, so he has shown a little bit of frailty in the bottom left corner in the last couple of legs.
Well, I mean, he's the best in the world on tops, logically.
Very, very different.
It was like the crowd wanted to fit the narrative, but then they looked and thought, but it's Steve Beaton. We can't do that.
Somebody's getting into this game all of a sudden and maybe taking full advantage of Steve missing those darts at double. They've all been in the bottom half of the board. Double top. And Searle misses 2 with his favourite shot. So Beaton could get the lead back again on that double. Oh, that's an amazing dart. For some reason, I don't know what you think, Dan, but that single shot seemed to go in a little flatter. There you see it. Dart is sideways at set position. He throws them almost side on.
And it's a very natural action that Ryan Searle has. And by natural, I mean not one from the coaching manual. Neither is that from the coaching manual to leave double 17. But Steve Beaton does what he wants.
Well, the bottom half of the board has not been kind to him.
Yeah, is he going to split this or straight at it?
Old school. Oh, okay. Double 15.
19.
Well, it was a split of sorts.
If he'd hit that, that would have been the weirdest finish of the European Tour this year, possibly. Double top, and it could cost Beaton a lot, and it really does. This game has turned on a sixpence in the last 20 seconds. In the Southern Hemisphere, he'd be home and hosed by now.
Yeah, his percentage has dropped down to 47.6%, which is still pretty good.
43.
And that is something that he needed from Searle. An error to invite him back in here in leg 10.
60.
The pain on the face tells you that he wanted more than 60.
The Monster 151 checkout isn't going to go, but Ryan Searle,
97. Stadium required
decent job setting it up. And he's going to get a couple of bites at tops, you feel.
98. Ryan required 54.
So for round 3, and the chance to face either Nathan Aspinall or Martin Lukeman, Ryan Searle and tops go hand in hand. He gets the handshake from Steve Beaton.
Somehow managed to win it on double one.
He is
not happy
getting
with that, is he?
really sick of this happening. I spoke to him about it last week. And the darts are going in slightly more upright than usual. Even in a winning season, he's seeing fault with the way that the darts are behaving. And he really wants to get rid of it, but he's not quite sure how to do it yet.
No.
58.
He's still bossing this game at the minute.
Yeah, Sevi Ballesteros couldn't drive the golf ball, but he still won majors.
That leaves tops. And that is tops, and that's 2-0.
As for Nenches,
Look, and I just think the standard of darts he's playing, he's loving playing darts, he's being really successful, he's winning loads of games, and he's winning tournaments.
123.
Dave Chisnell's a threat.
66 left. And that leaves another green segment.
105.
Wide,
Tends to require
or call 4,
106.
because that was massively missed by Dave. Treble 18 for Geert, also missed. So Chisnell will have a decision to make now as to whether he wants to split or go.
86. So you require 18.
Great at it by the looks of it. And over to double 4. And double 4, plumb in the centre. 4-2 Chizzy. He has hit so many in his career. Only the one on TV, but he's hit a couple on the Euro Tour as well, including one in Belgium on his way to the title towards the back end of last year.
Yeah, that was rather good. And most people these days go for the 19s on 138. 6 19s to leave double 12 seems to be the norm now.
I like that shot as an aside. 119 left with 2 darts. A lot of players will look at the 19s. Treble 20, you get it, single leaves you a double.
56.
If you go for the 19s, hit the treble, leaves you 62.
40.
You need another treble to get to a finish. I know you end up throwing a dart and you might end up on 99, but you've got another dart to tidy it up. Good board management from Dave Chisnell. But it would be those two that would derail him. He has made so many major finals despite all that.
It's starting to remind me of practice Chizzy. I've seen it from close quarters. You stand behind him and you think,
106.
I can't beat that.
Yeah. He can do things that others can't. Most others can't. And here Nenches has not been able to live with him in this game.
Having to take out another 167. Had this shot earlier, hasn't taken it either time. And Chisnell, looking for his first win against Geert Nenches, has done a fabulous job today, averaging over 100 to date.
Double top is there. It is another sparkling display from Dave Chisnell. Our first 100 average of the day. And you could argue that he's the best German darts has at the minute. I think it's very close between him and Gabriel Clement.
One thing's for certain, with the event only around a month away, they could be a dynamite World Cup duo.
They really could. And we've seen Martin team up very effectively in the past with Max Hopp. He has played with Gabriel before, and they look like they could, in theory, be really dangerous. We'll see what the new dynamic of pairs format all the way through does to that tournament as Kim eyes up the 170. He wants the bullseye. 3-1 high breaks, yet another big fish reeled in this weekend in Prague. And his rejuvenation, his renaissance has coincided with a real boom in his home country. And who knows, maybe that in itself has played a part. He certainly has said, on a purely practical basis, that he's opened a dart shop over the last couple of years, which it's actually, punters are not only buying their equipment, they're basically turning up to play with him, to practice with him, and it's getting him on the practice board. There's a very real tangible benefit for Kim Huybrechts in the boom in Belgian darts, and right now he's illustrating it magnificent.
I think having his brother Ronnie back on tour has helped him as well. He won his card at the beginning of the year. Kim Huybrechts wants double four. He's making everything look easy at the moment, rattling serenely through this game.
But he is a two-time winner on the European Tour, and he has made a number of deep runs to quarters, semis, finals of these things without going and getting the title. The Euro Tour was where Kim Huybrechts did a lot of his best work for a number of years. And a rejuvenated Huybrechts, don't discount him when it comes to weighing up who you think could be taking the title.
Well, he's certainly making a case for himself here. 84 left after 9 darts thrown.
99.
Martin Schindler cannot offer enough resistance. He's been blown away by the hurricane. Doesn't need to go 14 and ball. He doesn't.
52.
And it's a smart setup.
Martin Schindler isn't doing a lot wrong in this game, but Kim Huybrechts is doing more right. 5-2 and a leg away. Yeah, and it denies him ending up on a finish. And Huybrechts is going to be on one. Oh, he's staying there, is he?
140.
Aggressive.
I wonder if that's almost sending Schindler a message. I don't have to do things by the mathematical book.
It may be, or it may be he's feeling so good around that treble 20 that he just thought, I've got a marker, I can use that. It may be a calculated risk, and it's a risk that paid off because he should get a dart of the outer ring minimum. 20 for tops for 6-3. Room to the right.
59.
Can't find it.
Martin, you require 130.
Well, this would be interesting if Schindler can pin 130. It's one dart at the ball. Huybrechts completed the big fish. Schindler can't take its little brother. Huybrechts on double 10, wraps up an excellent victory against Martin Schindler. There's a bit of a head scratch. I think Ryan Meikle's probably one of them.
Yeah, I'd say that's a fair point. Ryan's one of the more methodical, but he's also brilliant.
He is.
You don't have to be fast to be furious.
Look at Peter Wright. He's on a quick player.
Yeah, well said.
He's brilliant.
You are going to see Peter Wright tonight. He's playing Brendan Dolan, who used to be slow but is now a little bit quicker. He took out Jelle Klaassen yesterday, who was at times not comfortable with the pace of yesterday's game. Dirk is suffering so far in this methodical pace. That's not the end of the world. It gives him choices now. Single 11. For another shot at tops. And that is a breaker throw.
I thought it was going to be a case of classic Dirk. Around about the 100 to 105 average mark. Something we see from him quite regularly these days. And I thought it was going to be a game where Mario, they almost have to produce a personal best.
I do get the feeling that Dirk has got a mental clock as to when he's comfortable in approaching the hockey. I just got the feeling that just before this visit began, he was trying to be more patient. You can tell in the background he's just trying to use up time by looking at his hand, looking at his equipment. And when he sees Mario back off, he's going to spend more time thinking. And he might even be further behind.
69. Dirk, you require 104.
18s, 19s, 16s. Ah, double 14. Comes up trumps. And even there, the celebration was somewhat muted. that the world had stopped because it was that long a game. But I still won. I thought, if I lose patience, I lose the game. And I think Dirk is clever enough to know that if he loses patience, he will lose the game as well. And since he went 2-1 down, he started to fight back with some really good, patient, accurate play.
Go across to the 18th, he does. The double eight. Wonderful from Dirk van Dijvenbode. A second ton-plus checkout of the game. Well, what's come to my mind, we did stage 2 at Minehead. Do you remember Adam Gavlas, Willie O'Connor?
Yep.
And we were more interested in watching O'Connor's facial expressions.
Yeah, I remember.
Waiting for Gavlas to deliver the darts.
Genuinely one of the most entertaining people to watch. Not just his darts, but people. That's Willie O'Connor.
The eye rolling was off the charts. The eye rolling will be off the charts for Mario if Dirk takes this. Needs the ball. Come on, Dirk, we've been used to those.
I'm surprised he missed it. There you go, the somewhat backhand respect. Oh, it's a lovely dart from Mario. Double 10. For a level game to take us to best of 3. That's a wonderful checker from the Belgian.
It's too close for comfort.
36.
And I think the first dart explained those two misses.
Yeah, maybe. This situation is anything but comfortable now. He has to wait to see if Mario can take 44 more. And if he does, it will be a break of throw.
88.
That was arguably the biggest dart of Mario van der Bahada's European Tour career.
Well, that grimace is about as much emotion as you're going to get on stage from Mario. And you know that meant a lot. And Dirk punishes. It's only a holder's throw.
And De Decker. Gary Anderson's not here. He's part of that as well.
Yeah, I feel like there could be some sore arms in the crowd with the Humphrey Smith game. Because they're going to be raising them signs all evening long.
You're not wrong. It's a good job those 180 cards aren't about 10 kilos, otherwise they're going to be
85.
shoulder pressing for Czechia.
121.
Once again on 1-2. Well, no, he doesn't start. It goes treble 15.
81.
That's weird.
That's different. It just goes to show how his brain works. I do not know one other dart player on earth who would have done that.
60.
But ultimately, with Mario all the way back on 301, it was the right thing to do.
It was the right thing to do. Dirk van Dijvenbode overcomes Mario van der Bahada in what was a real quality game of darts.
Leading up to a World Cup. Interesting times. And also interesting times this weekend when it comes to the England team, because Rob Cross is currently in a shirt. Humphreys is trying to take it off him.
Yeah, there's only 3.5 grand between them. There is nothing between them.
And this is a very English section of the draw as well, because these two looking to play an Englishman next. Like you said, Dan, that's a very unfortunate bounce out for Martin.
It's caught the wire, hasn't it?
35.
Or was it the flight?
I think Nathan understands that was very unlucky.
96.
Take your luck while you can get it. Well, this would be a serious shot.
88.
I'm sure there are people at home saying, why didn't he go double-double? Well, the marker was so good. That marker's not bad. Is it in? It is! Another bullseye checkout for Martin Lukman. When he plays certain people, they think, I don't have to average 99 plus. I've just got to be in that range of around 91 to 94 and just give me a few shots at a double. Already, Martin's hit 2 from 3. I had a chat with him earlier, and I think he was dying to have a chat with me and Dan McCarthy, because yesterday we were talking about the difference between 2022 and 2023. He was telling us about what's going on in his life, and I'm not at liberty to divulge what is going on, but he's got a lot of challenges. Let's put it that way. Oh, what a leg from Aspinall. 11 darter. I never won again. I've always said if I'd have won the World Cup final, I would have won lots more. But for Aspinall, I think he wants to win anything this year just to set him on the right path.
58.
Well, he's certainly playing darts good enough to do it. You saw it there. He actually re-gripped twice and then smashed into big trebles straight away. Oh, there's room for another. He's got another. Has he got double 16?
He could have got another 2 in that bullseye. With those darts. They're not even the slimmest ones.
Still on, but he's going to have to go to the 11 segment.
Oh, it'd be so ironic if he gets 11 in bull. And he's already hit the bull in this match.
Can he do it again? Oh, not this time, Martin Lukeman. Pays the price for missing the big number. Only got one at the bull instead of the outer ring. We've got a level game, where it's already a draining, physically and mentally exhausting exercise. Can you do it all the way through?
Look at it this way, Dan. He's still in with a shout to the playoffs in the Premier League after 15 weeks.
Yeah, quite. Okay, well, the chance has gone for the 1-2-6. He's missed it by quite some distance, actually.
He could have gone the Dirk approach there and just gone for anything.
Yeah, yeah, that appears to be Dirk's new thing.
Nice leave after 12.
Well, Martin Lukeman last year, when he was playing his best stuff, he had a bit of a habit of defying massive averages on the Euro Tour. Did it to Damon Heta a couple of times. Do not count him out of this. Nathan Aspinall was counting up that leg for a moment there.
Is this too close? Oh, it's not, you know. How big was that shot?
He's been second best today, but not by very much, and he could still turn it round. But I think he's going to have to rely on Nathan missing. There have been a couple of legs in this match where he has had chances to win them and hasn't been able to take those chances, Nathan Aspinall. I think Lukeman's going to have to rely on at least another instance of that.
I almost want this to go last leg decider. There are players that have been eliminated this afternoon in the VIP area because they want to watch this game.
Oh, what a set-up shot that is. Magnificent.
He's just hit 153 and Lukeman needed 153.
58.
A beautiful set-up shot. Provides him with match darts. Nathan Aspinall. The performance of the tournament so far from the Asp. A 6-4 victory. Big, big numbers. Enormous scoring.